what do you think it will be like for Josh Allen to walk into the Buffalo Bills locker room after all those tweets and his draft day roller coaster, Steve?
Well, you got to look at millennials. Things are different now. Social media is such a huge part of their lives. They want to be influencers. They want to be brands and all that stuff. So the new guys understand that. The older guys are, retiring. They're moving on.
Mm-hmm.
So I think someone's going to want to have a conversation with him, maybe want to ask him what content, why, how. And then when you look at some of the tweets, some of them are just songs. It's the song lyrics. Not saying it's okay, but at the same time, when you have that type of music, those type of words that everyone listens to, all shapes, sizes, color, creed, race, and he tweeted it. Probably shouldn't have, obviously, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's no different than a black guy doing it, Really, you shouldn't do it either way, but that's what it is. Just speaking as a dad, right? I'm not saying that because the color of his skin he shouldn't. I'm just saying that's not what you're supposed to put out there socially anyway.
So would you suggest to him that he address it first thing, like call people, everyone around?
It just depends, because you also don't want to come across fake.
Well, I'm sure he wants to put it to bed right away.
But here's the thing. Once something's out, people are going to always say something. I work with you guys, and I'm on the show. We do the Good Morning, good game day morning.
Yep.
I'm on the East Coast team, and I still hear after it's been 10 years
mm-hmm.
since I've had my incident. Someone always says something.
What about a fight?
Yes. Oh, no one was sucker punched today, so it was a good day for Steve Smith on TV. People are going to say stuff. I love when I see, someone says, watching this show, Steve is awful. Where are you watching it, buddy?
Yeah.
Right? So that's just kind of how it goes.
Well, I mean, that's one thing of us being in the public eye, right? I'm talking about inside his locker room, his teammates.
They're going to have conversations, but they're also going to.
Who does he know who to have a conversation with? Will Sean go up to him or something?
They may come up to him. Then they're going to feel him out too to see what kind of kid he is.
Uh-huh.
A good friend of mine who I won't name, he was non-African American, grew up with African American dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And the groups he was with used the N-word. We got around him. We looked at him and said, hey, bro. We said, nah.
Because he was using it because he was ingrained to use it, is what you were saying?
Yes.
Okay, so you basically told him what time it
No, I
actually
didn't
was,
personally, but the story came. He was somewhere else. He said it, and they were playing dominoes. And two of the dudes at the domino table stood up. And one other guy was like, he doesn't know any better. And so they had to have a conversation with him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, bro, you can't. That's unacceptable.
Wow. I mean, I don't mean to laugh,
but those things happen, and it's living life.
So then, do you think? Because let's put it this way, I didn't want to say this yesterday. I think it needs to be said though.
Yeah.
Now that we are 24 hours past
mm-hmm.
it, and he's on a team, and now we're in the stage of him having to deal with the after effects. If somebody had this information in his or her possession on a team
mm-hmm.
and made a reporter aware of what's going on
at the right time,
and it's not the reporter's fault. This is information, and this
Correct.
is definitely newsworthy material.
Yep.
If they specifically from a team having this information because they vetted Josh Allen
yep.
and handed off like, you know what, we haven't seen this information out
Absolutely.
there, and we're sitting there at, say, in the teens, and maybe we can get him. Let's get it out there. If that happens, don't you think the league should punish a team for doing something like that?
Sometimes I'm a player. I played a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't cheating. You ain't trying.
You love that.
I do love that.
that's your philosophy.
I tell you this. My wife is not the same shade of me.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are interracial.
Mm-hmm.
My boys look like me. My daughter, my little princess, looks like my wife. I specifically have had conversations with my daughter. When she gets her hair pressed out, she's beautiful, all that stuff. I said, we tell her. I've told her multiple times. The way you look, there are certain things that just can't come out your mouth, sweetheart, because of the way you look. It's not going to be accepted. It's not going to be perceived. You're going to be seen, not what the race of your father is, but what the race of your mother is. So you got to be very careful around certain folks.
How old is she?
She's 16, and she understands that. And that's the facts. That is living life.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.